An Education, Health and Care, or EHC needs assessment, helps determine if a child or young person requires an EHC plan for extra support in school or college. As part of this, an educational psychologist conducts an assessment and report. This video explains the process to help families choose between face-to-face or remote assessments. Educational psychologists meet with children and young people, along with their parents, teachers, and carers, to carry out assessments, to find out what they're good at and what they might find difficult, to find out about their views, their educational progress, and what support they may find helpful. This is called a statutory assessment. There are two ways the meetings can take place: either face-to-face, in person, or remotely, online. The first thing we need to do is work out which option is best for you. A face-to-face assessment would take place either at the child or young person's school or in their home. The educational psychologist will observe them in familiar situations. Depending on their age and state of development, they will work or play with them using a range of activities and materials. They will also meet with their parents or carers and school staff to find out additional information and gain their views regarding the child or young person's strengths and challenges. What are the benefits of a face-to-face assessment? It may feel easier for the child or young person to talk to someone face-to-face and build a relationship. It might be fun to have someone visit their home or school. And the educational psychologist will have a chance to see them in their learning or home environment. What are the limitations of a face-to-face assessment? It may be tricky for the child or young person to talk to someone who's in the room with them. It might make them feel uncomfortable. It might feel embarrassing to have a psychologist meet with them at school. You might have to wait longer to get a meeting. Just like a face-to-face assessment, remote assessments could happen at school or at home, but will take place on a laptop or tablet via a secure video platform. Nearly all the features of a remote assessment are the same as a face-to-face assessment. The educational psychologist will carry out activities with the child or young person, gain their views, and may observe them completing activities with an adult. They will also meet with their parents or carers and school staff, only this time remotely. What are the benefits of a remote assessment? The child or young person may feel more relaxed in an online space. They can choose how they interact with the educational psychologist on the screen. They may like to have the camera on or off, or prefer to communicate via the chat option instead of using the microphone. There is no need to travel to the assessment, and the waiting time for an appointment may be shorter. What are the limitations of a remote assessment? You would need to have access to a laptop or tablet. This could be from home, or the school might be able to support you with this. If the child or young person requires an interpreter, or if there were difficulties with their hearing or vision, it could be tricky to engage in a remote assessment successfully. Depending on the age of the child or young person, a familiar adult may need to be in the room or just outside of the room but within earshot when the assessment takes place, which might feel uncomfortable for the child or young person. So, what would make you feel more comfortable? Would it be easier to focus online or in person? Where would you like to have these meetings? You can let the local authority know what would work best for you. You will then be allocated to an educational psychologist, and they will conduct the assessment in your preferred method. Once you've made a decision, you will receive information and guidance on how to prepare, and you can change your mind at any point before the assessment. This decision may be more difficult for some families than others. This video is to provide you with the information to make the choice that is best for you.